Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and 2020 is almost over. Today I'm going to be bringing you my weekly news roundup for week 51, and there is a lot of gaming news out there, so I had to be a little selective on what stories I chose. Anyways, let's jump right into this. For our first story today, unfortunately the bad news train continues for Cyberpunk 2077. Sony is now issuing refunds for Cyberpunk 2077, removes game from the store. Sony says Cyberpunk, cyber junk. In a statement from Sony, Cyberpunk 2077 will be removed from the PlayStation Store. Full refunds will be given. There is no telling whether or not the game will return to the PlayStation Store at a later date, as it is currently slated as removed until further notice. This is crazy. You normally never see this, especially with a AAA game that has been in development for over 7 years, that again is one of the most hyped games ever made. This is the actual official website for Sony. SIE strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store until further notice. Now, when you go to Metacritic right now and actually look at the review score for the PS4 version, it is currently, the critic score is a 55. Obviously, that is a solid F. And then the user score, a 3.2. Freaking horrendous. And you have to remember that this game was postponed a month because they wanted to get the final glitches and bugs and finishes on it so that it would get a better Metacritic score. It didn't work. Wolcen, Lords of Mayhem, dropped on us another bug fixing patch. This is 1.1.0.5, and it did actually fix a lot of bugs, and my build guides are coming for that game. Now down here's a list of some of the big ones. The one I want to highlight is fixed an issue causing yellow rectangles to be displayed on the screen when pressing tab several times in a row. 3 times. Makes it seem like it's crazy when you're tabbing your map. Anyways, they finally fixed the yellow rectangles. Now when you actually look at the full list here for 1.1.0.5, it actually is a fairly lengthy list, and obviously every single fix is needed for this game. So of course, it is a step in the right direction, and I will be making an updated review of Wolcen as they continue to release bug fixing, and I think potentially it's fixed. Diablo developers dropped on us their final update of the year for Diablo 4, and I already made a separate video doing a full breakdown of this update, and I will link that at the end of this video. But basically what this update is all about is itemization. And of course, itemization is the most important thing when it comes to ARPGs. And the biggest breakdown or shock or surprise for this update is around legendary gear. Let's scroll down. Legendary gear. So here it is right here. You can think of legendary items as rare items with one affix replaced with a legendary effect. These new legendary affixes work just like regular affixes in that they can roll randomly on different items and in different slots. Many can be used by any class, while some are specific to a particular class. So what does that mean? It means that normally you would hunt for a legendary item because it had a certain legendary affix. Now that's not the case because affixes randomly drop on multiple of the same legendary item, which means now you're really not hunting for the item, you're hunting for the affix. And right here it just shows, you know, a body armor, a chest armor, and legendary boots, and they both have the same affix because it can roll on different items. And then they gave us a first kind of look at unique items and what they have on them, different affixes, and what unique affixes. Now these are going to be static, which means they're never going to change. They're always going to be the same. Obviously you're just going to get different rolls, but it's kind of cool to finally see the colors and what they're going to look like. So again, I did a full breakdown of this. Check out that video at the end. Amazon's free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO targeted for 2022. Now, it's really interesting because we literally know nothing next to nothing about this game, yet there is tremendous hype for it because obviously it is a Lord of the Rings game. New information emerges. The collaboration between Athlon Games and Amazon has been long known, but there was no information regarding the game's release until now. Athlon Games, a subsidiary of Leu, has kept its cards close to the chest. However, the recent acquisition of its parent company by Tencent meant that the information could not be kept under wraps for long. Disclosure documents. You ready for this? Filed during the acquisition revealed that the Lord of the Rings MMO will launch between Q4 2021 to Q1 2023. This is a fairly large window. It will likely be in 2022 that we will experience another facet of Middle-earth. Now again, we know pretty much nothing about this game. Now at least we have a range on when it will drop, and we know that it'll take place before the book series, before the movies, so it's going to be in the past more. But really, that's all I know, and I think they're correct in saying 2022. Torchlight 3 has dropped its next major update titled Snow and Steam, and I already made a full separate video breaking down this update, and I will link that at the end of this video, so check it out. Cliff Notes version. Winter-themed items, forge rework, new legendary gear, Fazir improvements, transmog and forward updates, pet enhancements, bug fixes, and more. Now let me just show you a few things. They are completely reworking the Forged class. Now, this is the class that I'm currently leveling right now. Part 2 of my video will be kind of an update for Torchlight 3 review, and I will talk about if I like what they've done with this class, because honestly, I've never played a Forged before. So that is in there. You've got the new legendary gear, little Star-Lord showing it off. Yeah, Rudolph, and obviously all the Christmas and holiday themed items in the game for your fort. Fazir has been completely redone, which is a lot better. This is something the community's been asking for a while. Dial Station. I mean, it's a fairly massive update. And like any update that Torchlight drops, look at all the performance and bug fixing. Ready? I'm going to start scrolling. Look how much. Still going. Okay, done. Massive update. Check out my other video. Diablo gets 2 appearances for this weekly news roundup, one for PC and one for mobile. Blizzard says Diablo Immortal alpha test is making great progress, will allow some testers in. You guys have phones, right? I chose to use this article over all the other articles because this is the joke that I always use when I make a Diablo Immortal joke. Now, Wyatt Chang dropped on us out of nowhere that they're going to be doing a technical alpha in Australia, and they dropped on us 3 new videos. One is the dev update, which is literally 6 minutes long. One is like what appears to be like a opening cinematic, kind of starting off the story for Diablo Immortal, and the other one is a character selection screen for 8 different characters, 4 different classes, and then male and female. And like I always say, I already made a video doing a full breakdown of all 3 of these videos in 4K and give you my opinion, and I will link that video at the end of this video. But there's something in that video that I did not mention that I want to mention now, and that is system requirements, or I guess I should say mobile phone requirements to play Diablo Immortal. And they are right here. You need to be using at least a Snapdragon 710 or a 616 if you're looking Adreno. And then RAM, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and Android 5.0, which is called Lollipop. For Apple, you need to have an iPhone 8 or later. So you're probably thinking like everybody has that. Not everybody has this. If you are younger, if you're someone that doesn't switch your phone every couple generations, I mean, you're talking about the iPhone 8 didn't come out crazy long ago. I was actually talking to a friend today about mobile games, and he currently uses an iPhone 7. So if you want to play Diablo Immortal, you do need to have a higher-end, newer phone. My current favorite ARPG, Last Epoch, dropped on us a little teaser for 0.9 and multiplayer. Now, the community for Last Epoch has literally been asking for multiplayer forever, me included. There's nothing more fun than playing an ARPG with your friends and being able to slay monsters together. Now, in this, we didn't really learn a whole lot, but what we did get to see is for the first time multiplayer. We get to see 3 characters running together and playing Last Epoch together. It is the first gameplay that they have dropped. And really all they said is that, you know, it's coming in 2021, which again, we pretty much already knew. But what they are focused on is improving performance, right? Being able to optimize it, make sure frames and everything are good. Preparing for scale, so that's supporting the servers and making sure there's no crashes and they can handle the influx in players. And then testing to get all the bug fixing out. Now this is the last time I'm going to say it, but I already made a full video breaking down this video, and I will also link that at the end of this video if you want to check it out. If you have not played this game and you love ARPGs, even though right now it does not have multiplayer, it is a good single player. And if you're a fan of Diablo 2, I would recommend Last Epoch. Last but certainly not least, can't get enough Crimson Desert? Well, Pearl Abyss has released 2 more videos with plenty of detail. Now, during the Game Awards, we knew that we were going to get a trailer for Pearl Abyss. We did not know we were going to get a 4K 5-minute gameplay trailer for this game, and it drew a lot of buzz. So much so that I actually made a 4K game trailer video just on that trailer because it looks so good. And likely this will be the game that replaces Black Desert Remastered online. I think a lot of people will move over to Crimson Desert. It'll be a newer, fresher, similar combat system, but looks a whole lot better. Now, I'm going to play the secondary video for you, and it is 4 minutes long, so I'm actually going to let this close out my video. Now, in here, the lead combat designer breaks down the nitty-gritty of the combat system and world building, okay? Now, it's going to be all in subtitles, just forewarning you now. No English is going to be in this video, but it does look gorgeous. But first, if you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We are now over 500 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, stay home, stay safe, do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron, out.
모험한다? 세상을 돌아다닌다? 거기서 활극을 한다. 그리고 문제를 해결한다. 이게 가장 중요한 것 같아요.
사막은 굉장히 다양한 기후대의 그 대륙으로 이루어져 있어요. 아주 추운 북부의 그런 그 설원들이라든지 남부의 아주 풍요로운 대지들, 그리고 저희가 말하는 속칭 붉은 사막이라고 부르는 그런 지역들, 굉장히 다양한 지형들과 인간, 그리고 인간 외의 다른 그 이런 종족들까지 같이 모여서 버무려 사는 그런 세계관이라고 보시면 됩니다.
이번 영상 준비할 때 우리 게임에서 할 수 있는 일들, 우리 게임에서 즐길 수 있는 거리들, 이것들을 최대한 많이 보여주고 싶었어요. 실제로 영상에 우리가 찍어놓은 거에 한 3분의 1 정도 들어갔다 생각하시면 돼요. 그만큼 방대하고 많은 걸 준비하고 있습니다, 지금.
포인트는 세련됨에 굉장히 많이 집중을 했고요. 그러니까 다른 게임에서 볼 수 없었던 그런 액션들을 최대한 살리고자 노력을 많이 했습니다. 동료와 함께 이제 전투를 하는 씬이 좀 특이한 경우인데, 용병과 협력해서 몬스터를 함께 이제 콤비네이션으로 무찌를 수 있는 그런 액션도 좀 다양하게 준비가 돼 있어요. 플레이어는 때리고 몬스터는 그냥 맞아준다. 단순하게 1, 2가 아니고 다른 게임과 다르게 단순하게 뭔가 치고받고 이런 게 아니고 정말 액션 활극처럼 느껴지게끔 신경을 굉장히 많이 썼습니다.
맥더프는 그 전형적인 영웅의상을 가지고 있다라기보다는 본인 자신과 본인 주변 상황에 굉장히 민감하게 반응을 하고 성장하는 그런 캐릭터라고 보시면 됩니다. 예를 들어서 같은 용병단에 모이는 각각의 사연이 있는 다른 동료들, 탈출로의 아이 엄마, 자기 어머니를 잃은 뭐 다른 이종족들 각각의 다양한 캐릭터들이 모여서 시너지를 발휘를 하면서 역경과 시련을 이겨나가는 그런 식의 스토리라고 생각하시면 됩니다.
생활을 한다. 이쪽이 아무래도 좀 제일 큰 것 같아요. 자기만의 뭐 모험을 계속 스토리를 계속 진행할 수도 있지만 자기만의 스토리를 만들 수도 있다는 게 이번 게임에서 되게 핵심적인 부분인 것 같습니다. 탐험을 통해서 이제 모르는 지식, 모르는 아이템, 모르는 스킬 이런 것들을 얻을 수 있기 때문에 사방 곳곳, 전 세계 곳곳에 퍼져 있는 모험과 탐험은 되게 이 게임에서 중요한 요소이죠. 세계 곳곳을 돌아다니시면 좋을 것 같아요. 거기 하나하나에 진짜 정성을 들여서 많은 부분에 공을 들여서 재밌는 부분을 많이 만들어 놨거든요.
AI 같은 경우에는 정말 최대한 사람처럼 행동하게끔 만드는 데 집중을 하고 있어요. 뭐 예를 들자면 플레이어가 몬스터를 공격을 하면은 몬스터는 일정 확률로 또는 특수한 스킬에 의해서 자신이 갖고 있던 무기를 떨구게 됩니다. 그 무기를 떨구게 되면은 플레이어와 거리가 가까우면 갑자기 주먹질을 한다거나 혹은 뒤로 도망가서 내가 떨궜던 무기를 다시 주워서 다시 전투 자세를 취하거나 혹은 이 친구가 검을 들고 있었는데 떨어진 무기가 도끼라면 그 도끼를 줍고 도끼로 공격을 하게 됩니다.
붉은 사막 많이 가지고 있는 판타지적 설정들, 예를 들면 신화, 종국 간의 관계, 그런 갈등 이런 부분들을 저희가 새로 재해석해가지고 만들기 굉장히 많이 노력을 했고요.
마을 사람들의 생활부터 시작해가지고 플레이어들이 일어나는 뭐 이벤트들, 퀘스트들 하나하나 다 허투루 만드는 것들이 없습니다.
최대한 아프게 네, 이쁘게 때리고 이쁘게 맞아줄 수 있도록 그렇게 제작하고 있으니 기대 많이 해주셔도 좋을 것 같습니다.
잘 마무리 지을 수 있도록 다들 최선을 다할 거예요. 응원해 주시고 기다려 주십시오. 감사합니다.